Warm-ups underway, and we are just getting this party started. Second contest of Sunday Madness on LI Sports Network. Just minutes away, and it's a rematch between two top teams. The 5th place Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls taking on the 6th place East Islip Chiefs. Michael Andrew here, back again, delivering you the action on the call. Vinny Matua to the left of me, working my audio and running the replays. To the right of me, Nick Quinn, who's right now having a hard time swallowing the defeat of Ward Melville falling to Connecticut Sayville. But he's all ready and jacked up for this next matchup, which should be one of the more exciting ones this evening.
Quick question. When you're taking pictures, make sure you get a picture of us as you commentate. I need these shots for my LinkedIn. High quality too.
I gotta update the reels.
I gotta update the reel.
One last rallying cry for the East Islip Chiefs as they make their way onto the ice against their formidable rivals, donning the white, blue, and red jerseys here tonight. Jake Ahern taking the draw for the Bulls. Opposite of him, Jacob Rami for the Chiefs, and here we go. Signoretti couldn't punt this one across, and getting on top of this one for the Bulls for a moment was De Palma. He has trouble running into his own man, Ahern, and this one is launched into the catwalk part of this facility. We get a stoppage in play. A good time to meet tonight's starting netminders, who will be in the pipes for each school. Anthony SCHCHL in for the Bulls as we get our first rumble of the evening in between the penalty benches. On the other end for the Chiefs, and then Jacob Rami gets hammered as he was trying to attempt to drive through the defense, and it continues to get physical. We'll just have to wait to highlight our starting netminders until things die down, which may not be for a while. Previous meeting between these two teams saw the Smithtown Bulls leaving victorious over their rival counterparts for the final 5-2, and that was rang off the crossbar by you-know-who, Thomas Doyle. East Islip looking to respond the other way, and that chance is nullified by SCHCHL. Centering chance, almost put home a Slattery, but play is stopped as the net comes off its moorings. I think this is a good time to meet our netminders for today's contest. Anthony Skakosa getting the starting rights for the Bulls as Jake Citron is not present on the bench or in the lineup for tonight. Opposite of him, Steven Squilante, Long Island Rebels product, getting the starting rights for the Chiefs tonight. Steal right there by Anantra and a save made by Skakosa. That was actually against Jesse Burns, the alternate captain, who continues to rumble his way, fighting for the loose puck as he throws the hit on Piero. Now the Chiefs will bang this one off the boards before relinquishing back into possession of Doyle of Smithtown Hauppauge. Doyle drags the puck around the man Sturek and lays this one into the catching glove hand of Squilante. Steven Squilante, all-star netminder. One of the well-known goaltenders in this varsity division. As we mentioned before, on the weekends, he plays for the Long Island Rebels. On goal, score! A deflection in front, and the Bulls strike first here in the opening period. Thomas Agavino with the release, and the man getting credited with the goal on the deflection is Tommy Azara. Bulls up ahead here in the first, as this one is led but too far out of the reach of Guarino as East Islip tries to control it and keep it away from the Bulls' clenches. Here comes Burns. Offsides. That was the young McGarry. Couldn't hold the line right there for East Islip. It's been a day of milestones for some players making their first start in the varsity level. We had Shane Kirby making his first appearance for the Connecticut-Sayville varsity squad. And tonight, a familiar name making his first starts for the East Islip Chiefs varsity team. Riolo to the goal. It couldn't be stuffed home right there, as he had both Abrami and Gillespie charging in, trying to notch it home. Signoretti wheeling down the wing. Save made right there by Squilante. Signoretti couldn't get a hold of the rebound. Now it's Lena with possession of it for the Chiefs. Leads this over to Abrami. Abrami settling things down before whistling around the boards. Or whistling it around the boards. Now Ivers comes up with it. Yuskovic sends this one over aggressively. Brody plays it off the boards and then further banks it ahead, trying to get it to Abrami, but to no avail. Yuskovic couldn't get it that time. Ahern stumbling makes the steal, but he couldn't send it over to his intended target, which was Nick Noche, who was awaiting on the wing. Kahan floats this one off the glass. And now Jake Ahern gets on top of the possession. He'll float it in there as he heads off to the bench for that man, number 8, Josh DeBlanta. DeBlanta sends this one off the boards and down in deep to get it for the Bulls. So he's getting tied up right there by Brody. Slattery Got bumped into by Blanda as that shot is deflected over the net. Remains inside the Chiefs zone. Pop down low again. Doyle controlling it. Doyle tried to center in front to Blanda. But a chance, and this one squirts wide. Bulls keep it inside the Chiefs' territory. At the point, another chance on goal. This one skitters wide as well. To Blanda, but behind the goal. Carouseling that one in front and almost putting it home. The result is a safe clear by East Islip for icing. Jack McGarry making his debut for the East Islip Chiefs varsity squad here tonight. And if it comes to the McGarry family, they heavily bleed the black and red. Thomas Agavino nailed to the ice by big man William Walsh. McGarry trying to get a hold of it as he goes crashing in, and play is stopped. Older brother James McGarry was the recent East Islip Chief in the McGarry family to play for the varsity team. Up until this moment tonight, Jack stepped foot on the ice for the first time. So this one is whistled wide off the stick of Trites, the Junior Islander product. Sent on goal, and this one got pushed aside. Rami trying to knife away past Devaney. He's taking the tack down low, sent in front by Ivers. Now Alessi coming into the picture. Abrami with a turnaround try, save made by Skakoza, and it's cleared out. Lena and the Chiefs will regroup as the Bulls go for new reinforcements. Ivers in trouble getting a hold of it. Now Bobby Trites makes the steal. Trites with Jake Ahern driving down the wing. Trites slams on the brakes as he tries to set something up. Now the Chiefs get it back on the turnover by the Bulls. Here's Ivers. Thomas Ivers with curl and drag shot, save made by Skakoza. Peter Petito, another Junior Islander product. Petito trying to shake off the defense. Looked like he was going to lay it on the stick of Ahern. Ahern does get it. His feed attempt wouldn't go as Pirro throws this one in deep. Brody taking the task by Pirro. Now Noche coming into the frame as he looks to get a part of the action. Signoretti pulls this one along the blue line, sends this one off the glass. Noche trying to get a hold of it as he was spinning back towards the goal. Noche throwing the hit against his opponent. Pirro sends this one towards the net. It's blocked in front as Noche couldn't spin it back in the slot. Noche getting tied up and tangled. Ivers couldn't get a jump past Petito, and the Bulls caught off sides. Trahey lifts this one out of play. Blanda trying to get a hold of it. He's dumped to the ice. As the Bulls remain inside the zone. Blanda back on his feet. Doyle again. Thomas Doyle back in front, and this one was pushed wide by Gahan. On still battling down low. Now DeBlanda gets back on top with her. DeBlanda able to pirouette away from the pressure. DeBlanda looked like he was going to go for the lacrosse maneuver. Instead, he's forced back in a different direction. Out of the zone it goes. Agavino will have to race back and try to keep it under his possession before relinquishing it to Burns of East Islip. Agavino with another stab at it and same results. East Islip with it again. Juskovic floats it back into possession of the Bulls. Agavino, a third try. This one hits off of the receiver, Juskovic, as East Islip gets a hold of it again. Burns fires. This time blocked right there by Devaney. Doyle off the skate and takes it up ahead. Doyle over to DeBlanda. DeBlanda trying to keep it going, but it was knocked out by the Chiefs. Devaney knocks this one in further. Frank Alessi will reset for East Islip. Alessi makes this one off the boards himself, and he does it again. Pesquerino sending that one wide of the cage. Burns will stash this one down low. Missed the receiver, which is Walsh. And Walsh continues to play physical in the corner. This will lead to a chance for the Bulls the other way. Jake Rook down the wing, fires into the glove hand of Squilante, who makes the stop. Trites, Devaney through traffic, and this one was blocked off a skate in front. Benefits the Chiefs, and here they come back in the zone. Abrami crossing in the middle as he got a shot off, but it went over the net off the glass. Abrami trying to knife it free and get it back into the Chiefs' possession. Riolo swings this one the other corner, or it's drugged out safely by the Bulls. Ivers couldn't get a hold of it. Smithtown does instead. Bobby Trites couldn't work his way past the defensive Brody. Now Ivers and the Chiefs will motor back in. Ivers, Abrami. Abrami fires this one, but it hits off a body and pushed in a different direction. Remains in the zone as Smithtown couldn't clear it out safely. Now Petito will safely skate it out before getting it to Trites. Trites tried to get it back over to Petito. Petito lays it aggressively down low, looking for Trites, and Ahern was almost found to get the reception. Line change is ensuing for both squads. Ahern on the reception this time. Fires a shot from long distance, and it's caught again by Squilante. Signoretti off the draw from his knees, sends it wide. Noche on the attack. Signoretti again. This one gets a piece of Squilante, but it wasn't able to cover it up. Signoretti off his skate, sends that one wide. He's able to knock it back on his forehand after hitting off his skates. Again, nicing. Some good hand-eye coordination and footwork by number 86 of Smithtown, Hauppauge. Signoretti on the draw again as Noche sends this one in the corner. Slattery will pop this one forward. Slattery trying to bank it back in front. It almost took a weird carom that could have benefited the Chiefs, but instead it's the Bulls breaking out. Luke Signoretti the other way, across Ahern on the sauce, from Signoretti couldn't handle that feed. Almost a pretty executed play by the Bulls here in the first period. As they lead 1-0 on the only goal scored by Tommy Azara. This one almost was handed in front by the Chiefs as it continues to get wild inside the zone. Here's Thomas Doyle. Doyle slamming on the brakes, fires a shot, and this one goes wide of the cage as well. Agavino sends that one in front, pinballing off a few opponents, and now Jacob Brahmi, if he can get a lead step past Gahan, he would have had an open lane to get the shot off. But as you can see, the results show, and to no avail, Brahmi couldn't get the shot. Let's see if he does it this time. Ivers, Abrami to the goal, save, rebound in tight, Skokoza, back-to-back denials against the Chiefs. Went in front, final minute of play happening here in the first. Doyle, trying to spin it back in his possession, but he gets muscled off by Burns. Abrami trying to win that battle free. This one's lifted safely out of the zone. Now Juskovic. Got it to Alessi, who gives this one to Ivers. Abrami trying to get one last chance here before the buzzer sounds. And that close from being a tied hockey game. But Smithtown heads to the second, up 1-0. And here we go for two. Noche springs this one in deep. Signoretti on the hunt. Alessi with a good pirouette to himself to escape the clutches of Signoretti, but Pirro keeps it in on that shot attempt that went wide. Here comes Ryan Clark entering the picture, getting his first licks of this contest, and he got leveled into the boards. Won't be any acts of retribution from that play. Just a good, clean body check on number 18 by the Smithtown Bulls player. It was Noche coming up with it. Banks this one ahead. Ahern slam on the brakes, trying to create separation. He got taken down by Alessi. Those two have an exchange behind the play. And now Matthew Brody gives a whack to Ahern. Starting to see the emotions rise here in the second. Petito being hounded right there by Slattery, who lost his stick in the process trying to steal it away. Now Noche back in the other zone. Noche in front. And that side of the net, chance by Signoretti wouldn't go. Noche, Ahern in the slot. And that one skittered wide of the cage. An aggressive clear by the Chiefs will result in an icing. For Jake Ahern, a frustrating shift. And they almost set up a 3-on-1 for his teammates just seconds ago. And a near goal scoring opportunity converted for the Bulls. Kahan loses his stick, and he almost put it home at the right moment. Just as he picked it up, he almost put it home. Thomas Ivers trying to juggle it back in front, but to no avail, and now it's handled on the stick of Thomas Doyle, but here comes Ivers, chasing him down from behind the plate. Gets this one across. Mount Truklo had trouble settling the feed, but gets it up back onto the stick of Doyle. Doyle curling around with a shot, and it was stopped by Squillante. This one pops in the air, but it remains in play. Inside the Chiefs zone to Blanda, trying to work his way to the goal and maybe set something up for the Bulls. Couldn't do it that time. Sent over. Chance right there. Squillante slides over to shut the door on Doyle. Doyle gets it back. Remains in pursuit of the goal. Doyle. Centering chance to Blanda. A fadeaway try is canceled out. Good job by the Bulls to keep this one inside the zone. Kahan, as the Blanda gets rough in the corner with his opponent, James Sturrock. And that act of retribution by Josh DeBlanda is going to earn him a trip to the penalty box. It's no surprise that there is a disdain among these two teams for each other. Could say East Islip has the previous result on their minds heading into this contest. Left a bad taste in their mouth as it put a stop to their winning streak in the early going of October. A winning streak that could have led to more dominance down the road here in this second half. But where everything currently stands, East Islip finds themselves surviving just a tiny bit. Jacob Rami, Jesse Burns, as this Chiefs power play looks to convert for their 10th goal this season. Couldn't do it that time as Skokoza got the better end of that sequence. Trahey, cross, Alessi, and that one may have gotten blocked by Ahern. And by the way, the Bulls bench applauded the efforts of number 4. He did make the shot block. Another heroic effort by the Bulls captain. Ahern trying to close that opportunity off for the Chiefs. East Islip remaining in the zone. Brody dipping the shoulder as he tries to create some separation against Petito, and then he gets driven hard into the boards. No penalty called on the play, no penalty signal being warned as this one is launched aggressively out of play, and now we have ourselves a disturbance More hard battling between Jake Ahern and Frank Colesi, the two respective captains of each school. But Alessi finding himself on the bad end of this one. In the box for cross-checking. And just like that, an East Islip Chiefs power play becomes a 4-on-4. This one gets a piece of Squillante. Now the Bulls trying to take center stage here. Once the Blanda returns to either the bench or the box, or to the bench or back on play, Smithtown Hauppauge will begin their man advantage sequence. Coming into this contest with 10 power play goals. The 11th would be really important here as Jake Ahern went sliding in face first towards the goal of Squillante, and then Steven Squillante gave Jake Ahern an extra shot for good measures as a result of Ahern colliding with the Chiefs netminder. So it's not just Frank Alessi who's getting tired of Jake Ahern's shenanigans. Even the Chiefs netminder has some ill feelings towards the Bulls captain. Petito. Hero working on the back end. Jake Ahern wandering and waiting. Now there he is. Ahern through traffic, and this one gets a piece of someone heading towards the goal, but it results in another clear for the Chiefs. SCHSHL. Jake Ahern again. Ahern wheels this one ahead, but this misses the receiving stick of Malandruglo, and it has to be chased down by the Bulls in order for them to keep it alive inside the Chiefs' territory. And that should do it for Smithtown's first power play of the night. Both teams going 0 for 1. And more battling behind the cage. And now Thomas Agavino and William Walsh get together. Meanwhile, in front, Signoretti brings this one off the post, maybe. Anthony SCHSHL races to the bench as the Bulls, seconds after the first power play expired, will be rewarded with another one. Jacob Rami in the box for tripping. And the emotions continue to run high here in the second period as the Chiefs head coach disagrees with the call on his captain. Call that was against his captain. The Bulls get a chance at redemption here moments after the first penalty by the Chiefs expired, and may get another one. Nicholas Noche will sit for 2 minutes, and because of that, Smithtown power play becomes negated. We have 4-on-4 hockey once again. Jake Ahern racing in. Ahern had pressure coming behind him courtesy of Ivers. Ahern trying to win it back. Aggressively pursuing the stick of Brody. Giovanni floats this one ahead. Signoretti and Ahern on the ice for the Bulls. Ivers and Alessi command the offense for the Chiefs. Lessie sends a turnaround try in front, and then Luke Signoretti gives an extra shot to Thomas Ivers into the goalpost. No penalties after that latest skirmish. So we remain 4 aside. As both of these teams are not giving a single inch to each other whatsoever. Doyle. Full steam ahead. Trying to pivot away from the pressure in front of him. Half a minute to go on the initial penalty to Jacob Rami. 45 seconds and less left on the 2-minute minor to Noche. Clark try and get a hold of it. Hero now. It's Thomas Doyle dangling through his legs. Still with it on his stick. Doyle flips this over to Petito. Petito in the trailer fires that one. It skips wide of the cage. 5-on-4 opportunity for the next 10 seconds for the Chiefs. With the way Thomas Doyle is working the puck inside the zone, there won't be a 5-on-4 for the Chiefs. We've got 5-on-5 hockey once again. And the Chiefs get it back on the turnover by the Bulls. Bueno. Push towards the goal. Squillante will play it aside. DeBlanda almost centered that perfectly. Gets his own feet. Score! Josh DeBlanda. Number he wears for Smithtown Hauppauge. Jesse Burns able to extricate from the pressure, and he gets collided as the officials apprehend the players. We'll wait to see if there's any penalties that come out of this one. East Islip crowd wanted a tripping penalty to be assessed, but remain 5 aside. Look for the wall mile in this game, and then Agavino throws down Walsh to the ice. And this will result in more penalties. Pardon my apologies. Offsetting penalties to East Islip's Jacob Rami and Smithtown's Nicholas Goree. Thomas Agavino and William Walsh were initially heading to the box. The way everything transpired in the corner. Vagabond score! Jake Ahern. The captain comes to the rescue of his team and dunks on the Chiefs to make the... There is no one, and I mean no one, that chance is stopped by Squillante. Now we await, gets that one to go, but over the net it went. And it's Thomas Ivers with Slattery driving the other way. Ivers cuts to the middle. Ivers with a shot, saves Kokoza, rebound. Back to back. And then more physical battling at the side of the cage. And now maybe some extra stuff. And the initial disruption will result in more offsetting penalties. Matthew Brody for the Chiefs, Luke Signoretti. I just have one question to ask everyone here and everyone at home. Riolo. Here comes Petito. Steps up big on a hit thrown in the deep end to Blanda. Looked like he was going to set up, but unless he absorbs the hit. Couldn't get over to Trachey. A good defensive job right there by the Bulls to nullify that opportunity. Back the other way comes Smithtown. Hauppauge to Blanda. Fires off the glove. Got a piece of the helmet of Sturrock, and it benefits the Bulls. But Kahan is delivered to the ice. We get some more. Play down low by Petito. Doyle trying to hunt it down from Sturrock. Minute and a half remaining. The game's first goal is on the ice. Agavino plays this. Agavino lofts this one back in the neutral zone. Lena will handle business before saucing the return back in the Bulls' territory. Final minute of play underway here in the second. 3-0 the score. All Bulls through one so far. We'll wait to see if East Islip puts the shutout bid to rest, or if the Bulls will continue to cause more damage to this Chiefs unit. It's banked in deep. Lena trying to pop this one out of the zone. Yuskovic. Last chance before the buzzer sounds. Smithtown Hauppauge. Heading to the third period, leading 3-0. Team points leader Jake Ahern helping the Bulls' cause through 2 periods of play as he adds his 14th goal of the year, accumulating his points total to 25 as he remains among the top players in that points race. Then we kick off the third period with a save made by Squilante on Noche. Ahern again on the draw. This time he gets tied up by Abrami. This one is further sauced in by Burns, who loses an edge trying to hunt it down. Bulls couldn't work their way back in the zone, and it's knocked out of play by Abrami. Blanda on the ice as this one is floated in the couching body of SCHCHSHL. Another trigger pull and another SCHCHSHL stop. Trahey plays this one in deep. Demani will get to it before the intended target Slattery could. Or can in that case. The Blanda. Able to position it onto the stick of Doyle. Thomas Doyle working free to the goal and almost finagled his way to an impressive scoring opportunity. Trahey. Now Slattery. Couldn't get the jump right there as the Blanda came in a hurry to put the pressure on him. Clark, the Chiefs trying to reset as this one's led forward. Now Frank Alessi will take charge for the offense. Alessi trying to evade pressure and set something up for the Chiefs. Trahey loses that one to the Bulls. Smithtown Hauppauge coming up with it once more. Thomas Doyle leads it in front. Gahan shut down by Squantic. Rebound. This one was fired over the net. Chance from a tough angle. Doyle's opportunity negated. Sturrock wraps this one around the boards. Alessi will get on top of it, but he waits for heavy company as he throws it down for icing.
Black blinded me. Sorry. No, you're good. You're good. I was not expecting that.
Jesse Burns down low to collect it once more for the Chiefs. East Islip attempting to access the Bulls zone as they've had trouble through 2 periods so far, getting one to go past SCHCHSHL. Now they run into their own issues as Walsh inadvertently collided with Vuskovic trying to get a hold of the puck. Meanwhile, the Bulls calmly throw it back in the Chiefs zone. Jesse Burns knocked down to the ice right there on the hit by Zara. He's returned back in the zone. Now it's Drew hit hard by William Walsh, but it will result in a penalty against the Chiefs. More frustration mounting for East Islip. Another penalty for the Chiefs. Same goes for Smithtown Hauppauge as Bobby Trites will sit for 2. Third time tonight we've seen offsetting penalties get distributed by the officials. What initially was going to be another Bulls penalty has resulted in 4-on-4 hockey being played for the 3rd time tonight. Ready. Trouble exiting the zone right there. But not this time as Noche pushes it forward before Ivers comes up with it for the Chiefs. Back the other way comes Thomas Ivers with Abrami driving hard to the goal, but he was feeling the wrath of number 86, Signoretti, on his back. Here's Ahern the other way. Offside's called. Varsity had trouble navigating that one out of his own. Then he throws a high hit against Timothy Gahan, and this will result in a penalty. Pardon me, that was Matthew Brody, who is being escorted to the box, and he shares an exchange with one of the other penalty box inmates. Opposite of him, Bobby Trites, who sits alone for the Bulls. And we'll see if Smithtown remains on the power play unit. It's the last time they seemingly looked like it was going to be a power play for them. They ruined their chance by taking a penalty, as this one going to be put home right there by Noche. Tabama back to the point. Ahern fanned on that drive attempt as it goes into the corner, but it remains inside the zone. Signoretti couldn't come up with it. Cleared out by the Chiefs. Ahern. Tracked down right there by Ivers. Ivers and Ahern now battling in the corner boards. Ahern trying to knife it free. And Ivers tussling away for it. Now De Palma comes out with it. De Palma engaged as he fires that shot wide. This one received well through the legs by Ivers, and he'll chase it down. But before he can get to the goal, he has to outwork the pressure being handed to him by Ahern, as Jake Ahern got the better end of Ivers in that sequence. Noche couldn't lift it over across, and this results in Jesse Burns and the Chiefs back in the zone. Burns. Individual effort from his back. Rebound. Skakoza shuffling scored by Jesse Burns. Someone call Ovi. Things settle down as Lena sauces this one ahead. Riola with a hard drive, but a save is made right there by Skakoza. Rukla beside him. Doyle takes this one around the board, around the goal, and he's going to take it around town. Thomas Doyle bringing it around town. Wesley. And there's his trouble for the Chiefs. Doyle back on the attack. Once again being hounded by East Islip. Now Slattery comes up with possession. Here comes Brian Slattery. Slattery finagling his way, trying to get it across the Clark, but couldn't do it that time. Results in a clear by the Bulls. So the remaining penalty against Petito winds down. Another correction I had to make, that wasn't Bobby Trites in the box, but it was Peter Petito who is the lone bull out for the count. Juskovic couldn't work his way by the Bulls right there. It results in another clear for Smithtown Hauppauge. This penalty kill unit has been outstanding. Anytime they found themselves in a tough area with East Islip ready to strike on the man advantage, Smithtown Hauppauge delivered with their own statement on the back end. Hard-nosed hockey and tremendous goaltending displayed all night by the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. Jake Rook coming up with it again. Fires this one wide of the cage. Off the glass it goes as East Islip tries to rebound the other way. Abrami, Burns coming off an exhilarating goal-scoring effort just moments before. Abrami couldn't wheel this one back in front. Tried to step up big against Devaney, but to no avail. Rook couldn't lay it forward to Guarino, who was tied up heading towards the goal. Abrami couldn't lay this one further. East Islip still with possession. Brody. Bueno observing the situation. Tried to drop it onto the stick of Ivers. Ivers still holding it. As Burns driving to the goal, and once again, Burns coming close. Booking called. Jay Gahern will sit for 2, and the Chiefs trying to muster up the courage, fight their way back in this one. As if the Bulls don't have anything to do with it as they clear it out once again, as they've done for every Chiefs power play thus far tonight. Signoretti banks this one out safely. East Islip being forced to reset. But it won't take long until Frank Alessi enters the zone. Here he comes. McGarry had trouble handling that feed, but Clark remains in pursuit as he tries to protect it back from the Bulls. But here comes Noche on the steal. Nicholas Noche trying to race past Juskovic to the goal, backhand try, he scores! Nicholas Noche, blazing speed, 4-0. And with over 5 minutes left to play, was that the exclamation point by Smithtown Hauppauge on this game? Frank Alessi went really hard to the goal, and Ryan Pirro didn't like that. A 5th shorthanded goal collected by the Bulls this season. And nicely done by number 72, Noche. His 12th of the year has made it a 4-0 game. This one is steered out of the zone. Doyle got a piece of it, but he won't be able to reach Juskovic and steal it away in that moment. Almost got it there anyway. Juskovic challenged right there by Gahan. Another clear for the Bulls. Abrami charging hard. Abrami. It's past Agavino, but Agavino's not going to let off the gas. SCHSHL got bumped into. Now Doyle. Try to wheel and deal here. Thomas Doyle attempting go through the legs, but to no avail. Ivers leads this ahead. Abrami getting it back. With Ivers charging to the goal. Abrami fires this one over the net. As East Islip tries to salvage this defeat with a goal against Smithtown to ensure that Anthony SCHSHL doesn't run away with a shutout. As the Bulls are 3.5 away from doing that. Manny. Slattery pressured into the boards. This one's thrown on goal, and Slattery gives Guarino an extra shot. More tempers here in the third. Slattery retreating as Schreitz came in his path. Islip. Jesse Burns. Has been Jesse Burns almost a highlight reel machine tonight in the goal scoring department. Something very abnormal for his playing style. Someone who's very known to be aggressive, almost scores one of the best goals in varsity play that we've ever seen. He did it and he did it with pressure coming from one of the best by that man, Jake Ahern. Jake Ahern, fans on the attempt. East Islip has been targeting him all night long. Signoretti. Moore pushing and shoving in front. There's a hit thrown by De Palma. Now Slattery comes into the picture. Getting into it with De Palma. So those two engage in battle. Jake Ahern able to get by Alessi. Ahern for two. Whoa! Scored! Snipe City, Jake Ahern. And there's the exclamation point. And if that's not enough, Jake Ahern pulls up in front of East Islip's bench and does the gritty. If you're not familiar with that, then look it up. 5-0 to score. A 2-goal night for Ahern. The amount of goals by this Smithtown team against the Chiefs this season has been duplicated. 5 in the previous meeting, 5 tonight. The only thing different is 1 got by them. That was back in October against a different starter by the name of Jake Citron. Tonight, it's been all Anthony SCHSHL and a powerful, relentless Bulls offensive unit. Thomas Doyle. Petito. Fended off right there by Squillante. Riolo safely knocks this one out. Another heavy hit. Collision between Agavino and Abrami. Half a minute to go. This was a must-win for the Bulls in order to remain in top position in the varsity standings. With that victory by KPC over the Ice Wolves, the Knights surpass the Bulls, but not anymore. Smithtown Hauppauge sweeps the season series against East Islip with a 5-0 shutout victory by Anthony Skakoza. The win propels Smithtown to 12-4-1, the same mark at which KPC holds. And this battle culminates with handshakes and positive pleasantries, regardless of the tempers and emotions that we saw throughout this night. That does it for 2 games. But stick around, don't hold that pause button yet. We are back for one more game. West Islip, Sachem, the same awesome crew, you know it, LI Sports Network. See you soon.